Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel. The audio you're about to listen to was shared by actress Nirvana Nokwe, who made damning SH allegations against fellow actor Bonko Khoza. In the audio, Nirvana is actually at a police station attempting to open a case against Bonko Khoza.
Director wethu uyiblocke iscene ukuthi ibe ne-two portions, one with just the murder, because we're shooting a murder and a rape scene. So ubefuna i-version ene-murder kuphela, and then the second version was the murder and the rape. But i-rape yakhona angeke siyi-perform, angeke siyi-acte, izobonakala kwi-close up. Yeah. So manje into eyenzekile is that my blocker. So what's going to happen is that ubhuti wakhona is going to push me over the car bonnet, and then we're going to fall into a close-up. So then he's going to lay on top of me, and he's going to say something, then he gets out of shot, and then you're just going to see me screaming. So masekwenzeka leyo part, ubhuti upusha ama-private parts akhe into mine whilst I'm over the car bonnet, and it gets like my dress is lifted. So he was meant to grab my skirts and then to a certain point, and then but already because of my position on the car, my skirt is lifted, so all you can see is what I'm wearing underneath. And so then he pushed his privates into mine. So when we were done, he said so I confronted him, and I was like, why did you thrust me? And he said, I take full accountability for thrusting you, Nirvana, but have grace. It's a 10 scene and a 10 set. And so
he thrusted himself towards you, a private part.
Yes.
And then you were acting at the same time. Because like sexual assault, he must use his head. I bump physically your part. You understand what this is?
Okay, so then what do we call this?
I'm trying to figure it out with him. Because like, no, but is there any footage?
There is footage, but you don't see him doing that. Because it's a close-up, yes.
Yeah, I know my problem. I understand. As long who can come forward like being your witness and say, I saw him thrusting himself towards you, but again, if you can take the meaning of sexual assault, my sister, he must touch your private part physically like this. And then he can as if he were acting. When I left my sister.
Yeah, but I think I don't think you understand, Baba, because when I look at
No, I think that's quite Mama, let's say we're going to court, man, again. They want to understand what really happened.
Yes, but when I look on the government website, it says sexual assault occurs when a person sexually violates another person without their consent. It doesn't have anything to do with hands. Because if he didn't have hands and he still did that to me, then are we going to say it's not sexual assault?
My sister, as a do we have witnesses? He was thrusting himself, he thrust himself. Inside. Was it okay? Did he take it out? My sister.
What do you mean? No, he didn't take it out. So it's not rape.
No, my sister. Remember, rape is wrong penetration.
Yes.
And then remember, somebody can touch with a
Yes.
And then both of you at the time you were naked, my sister.
No, I wasn't naked.
No, it's sexual assault.
Sexual assault, no rape.
Sexual assault, my sister.
Okay.
That definition is very vague. I specifically my sister.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yes, because like he was wearing something as much as wearing something.
Yes.
And then that's internal love. But it's supposed to be. I explain as I don't understand, my sister.
Angisa Baba?
I'm trying to explain to you. You don't understand the real definition of sexual assault. Well, we take just a second, my sister. Okay. Definitions, page 9. Okay. ufuna nemini yakho uje phela yo my sister can we make it an inquiry? That's what we get further statements from like witnesses ebabonile what happened.
Yes, but you're okay, Baba. The people who are there, the production company who investigated themselves, are saying that nobody saw it because people were on the other side of the camera. Mina, I believe somebody saw it, but I think they're not going to come up because they want to keep their work. Regardless, he admitted to doing it. He admitted to assaulting me. He admitted to thrusting me. And he admitted it in front of people.
Who are those people? Are they willing to give me a statement, my sister?
They should. I don't know if they would be willing, but I also have correspondence that indicates that this is what happened and they were present. I have correspondence that indicates people were aware of what was going on.
When you say correspondence, what is that? What do you mean?
Like WhatsApp messages, emails indicating from the production company that they would facilitate an apology because they witnessed the admission of guilt.
As I'm saying, who are those people who were there when they admitted to that thing?
It's the two directors and the producer as well as some of the crew. But I don't know the crew by name. I only know the directors and the producer.
And the producers?
Yes.
Okay, do you have their numbers?
I have one of their numbers.
One of them numbers. Okay, it's fine, my sister. And then whenever you feel that's how you feel. But remember, in this instance, we're not going to arrest anyone. We are going to get what you call statements and check and take it to court and see what the court will decide. No?
Yes, that's fine. That's fine. Because I was told that it would be a civil matter because the production company said that they would facilitate an apology. So, I was also told somewhere they would make an inquiry because it's complicated. But I don't think it's that complicated because he did it. He assaulted me and there were witnesses to the admission of guilt. So it's a labor case as much as it is a civil, as much as it is a criminal case.
But I just want to be honest. When a criminal, my sister, is going to be very difficult to prove it.
That's fine. That's fine. It can be a civil case because the production company said that they would facilitate an apology. So now, because I was waiting, because this happened in September last year, I've been waiting for them to organize that apology.
September last year.
Yes, September last year. So since that time, nothing has happened, and we followed up multiple times, and they kept saying that they're going to do something. Now they are saying they're not going to do anything. So they said I must come to the cops and report this matter, which is what I'm doing now.
Remember, we don't do civil matters, we do criminal matters, my sister.
Yes, I understand, but I'm here at the cops because I was told to come here.
No, my sister. As I'm saying, I want to do an inquiry before you go by criminal matter so that you can get further investigation. Because I want to have my system trusting. That's not sexual assault trusting, but I'm trying to get somewhere, to check.
What do you? Yeah, okay, but like so.
Remember, my sister, you were in a scene. You were acting, and you were doing what you call a rape scene.
Yes, Baba, but what you're not understanding is that we were not meant to perform the rape. There was not meant to be any simulation of the act. So the boundary was very clear. So I don't understand when you say just because we were in a scene.
As I'm saying, when I'm trying to check with you, yes. You know what, my sister, no? It's one for the case, let me take it from there, because I don't want to designate it, but I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not promising anything is going to go forward this case, no?
Okay, no, but I need us to be clear that we both, because if you don't believe that this is sexual assault, then how are you going to be motivated to take it to court?
Sister, listen, I heard you are doing what you call investigation.
Yes, Baba, but like...
And investigation is we have to obtain statements.
Yes.
Yes, and then from there the court will decide what is the way forward like this.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not the one who's going to decide. It's the court who's going to decide.
Or is going to decide whether this was sexual assault or not.
Or what? Yes, we can open the case, my sister. We are not saying we're not going to open the case. You hear me right? Yeah?
Yes, I hear you, Baba. But my concern, my biggest concern is that you're saying that sexual assault only happens if somebody uses their hands, and then you're on top of that saying that.
Remember, and then you were wearing. Was wearing.
Yes, but then just because he was wearing doesn't mean it wasn't sexual assault.
My sister, as I'm saying, it's very vague. They had explanation now from the internet, but it is now the real explanation. I check it so can understand. But then it's fine.
What? Okay, no, please read the one. Yes, but ngicela ufundele onayo ku page 9. Ngicela ungifundela yona.
My sister.
Yes, but you said you were going to read the one on page 9. Please read the one on page 9 so that I understand what sexual assault is in the context of the cops.
My sister, we are wasting time in doing it.
Baba, but I need to understand what I'm getting. If I'm opening a sexual assault case and you're telling me this is not sexual assault and that I need to read it from page 9, please read it from page 9.
Remember, my sister, it's about really case. That's what I've said.
No, Baba, I need to understand what I'm getting myself into. Yes, but I'm saying, yes, Baba, but you're not. Baba, please ask him to read what his definition on page 9.
We'll do further investigation. I don't see why we have to go back and forth.
We must open the case for you, and the case has been opened for you.
Yes.
Then the investigation will take place. They will go and take the statement from the people who were there.
Yes.
So to make this case, if there's a case, or to make it stronger, then if there's a case, the witnesses give a statement to support a statement.
Okay.
Then the docket will be taken to court.
Okay.
Then the magistrate will decide. The court will decide, not him. He's just an investigating officer, just ordinary police officer like myself.
Okay.
I'm just opening the docket. We don't judge you.
Okay.
Then we do the right thing. That's why when we open the docket, it's for investigation purposes.
Okay.
Yes.
Sure, this sounds like a difficult case already. The investigating officer may have sounded harsh, but I fully understand where he's coming from. At the end of the day, when you're opening a criminal case, you will need to prove whatever accusation that you are making. For instance, if she was making rape allegations, then there'd be a rape kit to say such an incident occurred. So in this instance, a video footage from behind the scenes showing Bonko doing what she's accusing him of doing would be the necessary evidence. Unfortunately, there has to be some sort of proof, whether it's him admitting to doing what she's accusing him of doing, or there's an alibi willing to testify, but there must be some sort of proof. If the police station decides to proceed with just opening a case without the investigating officer asking the relevant questions, gathering enough information or evidence, then the case stands the chance of being thrown out of court. We've seen this happen with Lady Zama. It causes so much damage to the alleged victim because the public, especially the fans, perceive the court throwing the case out of court due to lack of evidence as a measure of saying the suspect is not guilty. So as harsh as the investigating officer sounded, he is sort of doing her a favor in a way, because if they just proceed with a criminal case without gathering enough information or evidence, she's going to be in a far worse situation where the case is thrown out of court. The public is going to perceive her as a liar, to say, but the court didn't find enough evidence, so Bonko is innocent, like the way they're doing with Sjava. So it's not to say they don't believe her, she's fabricating things, but it's going to take a lot for a criminal case to stick. Nirvana also shared an email conversation about the incident, so she has been making moves behind the scenes. She didn't just come to social media to complain. Sure. Anyway, the email seems like a follow-up email, and it reads, "Over time, I have quietly observed your verbal and written correspondence regarding the violation I experienced on your set. I have also observed the slow and deliberate isolation and estrangement from the people whose authority, sensibility, and protection I trust most. You have heartlessly disemboweled my trust with velvet gloves and disdainfully betrayed my human dignity. The stance to undermine my bodily and psychological integrity by completely negating the promise of mediating meeting between Bonko and I is a stance I will never forget. Having been willing to compromise on the handwritten apology requested, you still proudly let me down, because what is this poor little budding actress going to do about it? You've implied that I deprioritize my bodily social safety as well as my rights and sanity for the sake of your story, a story that speaks to the brutalization of black women in this country, one of gender-based violence which was quite plainly experienced on your set. Accounts of statements made in your held meetings with Channel and the accused agent regarding the incident. Parties present expressed their justification of the S violation by saying he was in character, casually displaying an ableist culture of predation. You've unanimously succeeded in reducing my sense of dignity in this industry. You have effortlessly implied that it's okay for this body to be brutalized and violated in any way and anyhow because it's for the story. The boundary was clear and had been reiterated a number of times, not only by me but also my director, who witnessed the admission of guilt from Bonko. Your decision not to use the close-up in the final edit where the violation took place, bent over the car, surely indicates your alarm. Perhaps not. The denial of reality is what is most jarring to me. The denial of the fact that there were authorities present to witness him say, "I take full responsibility for thrusting Nirvana," is beyond my scope of understanding. The denial of the fact that directors and execs of the day came to me and said that what he did was completely unacceptable, unprofessional, and that it would be handled appropriately. The denial of text messages sent to me the next day, empathizing with my experience of violation, which read, "I must confess, I tossed and turned a bit with worry about what happened last night. Just wanted to let you know that this incident will be dealt with appropriately." Desiree, there was a real knife on set in his hand. If he had stabbed me in that scene while he was in character, would you have been okay? The stunt double was a visibly pregnant woman. Was she expected to perform all those stunts with Bonko, the actor who was justifiably in character, to do anything to her? I want you to know that Bom's legacy in my eyes will forever be a legacy of a culture who disregard and prey on young black women like me, especially those of us who refuse to take it on the chin. A legacy of coddling, violence, and sexual predation. What a complicated case. I think the easiest way around it would be to subpoena the director or whoever that's responsible to release behind the scenes footage vindicating Bonko or supporting Nirvana's allegations. In the email, it says Bonko did take accountability at some point. So I'm wondering, when she says he took accountability at some point, was it an apology? As in, I misunderstood the director saying, "Go." Remember, they were shooting a grape scene, so something like that can possibly happen. Or was it a matter of Bonko saying, "Yeah, I take accountability, I did it, we are acting, Mus"? Like, why are you making an issue out of a tissue kind of vibes? Anyway, do let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you so much for watching.
Why is consent such a big thing for you? Why for you do you feel like that's the thing where you're like, I have to speak about this more?
Because I've gone through a lot of stuff that was not okay. And a lot of people that I had trusted to protect me did not. And it's unfortunate that it happened that way, but the older I grew and the more I interacted with those structures or with those people, I started to realize that those people didn't protect me because they were also not protected. And so they're also essentially trying to survive this monster of a culture that lacks consent, and respecting the consent of people. So my work in this lifetime is educating people on that. And I hope that both women and men are able to get in touch with their humanity a lot more and just become a little more sensitized about the things that they're comfortable with and that they're not comfortable with. Because I can guarantee you, I've seen a lot of men be violated in ways that they had to stomach and say, "It's because I'm a man."
So even the girls.
Like I've had friends who've told me, "To you, it's violation. To me, I'm a man. Like, I don't get violated. Men don't get violated." And so that culture and that lack of sensitivity and that lack of like acknowledging, the humanity of the other person that you're dealing with is something that I care about deeply because everybody wants to be respected.
Facts.
Yeah, so that's my huge focus.
Just pushing guys, we need to learn consent. Like this stuff is really, 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 really important.
And just you can see when someone's uncomfortable and they don't know how to say anything. They're just like stomaching it in because they want to survive, they want to be accepted, and it shouldn't be that way. I mean, we come from such a hectic past, guys. Like, why are we perpetuating this in other more plausibly deniable ways that are subtle, that are,
Hey, when it was plausibly deniable.